As famously quoted, arriving at one goal is the starting point to another. We bring to you different scenarios that the protagonist of this movie has gone through.
During my school days and college days, I was an active sportsman. I used to play several sports like football, cricket, volleyball, and badminton. But ever since I started my career, I never got a chance to play any of this game. Thanks to Deloitte, it gave me an opportunity to play volleyball 2 years ago. While I was a part of the team, I could not actively contribute, and I could only helplessly watch my team lose in semi-finals. The same day I sat and I thought through and I set a couple of goals for myself. The short-term goal was to lose weight and become physically fit to play the game. The long-term goal was to win the trophy the next year. I started working on it. I started working on my game as well, and I reduced my weight in 3 months' time. And the next year when we played the game, my team also won the trophy. It did not stop there. We are also participating in corporate tournaments and getting recognized for the same. And the day we are going to get the winner's trophy for Deloitte is not too far. Since my childhood, I had an aspiration that I should be the leader in everything that I do. When I started my career, I started with a goal on similar lines that I should move into a leadership role in 10 to 12 years time frame. The road that I traveled towards this destination had multiple deep curves, and I had to meet with several hurdles throughout the journey. But I'm happy today that I made it to the destination, and I also achieved my goal of becoming a leader in 12 years. When I joined Deloitte as a manager, I had a goal that I have to increase the number of activities that were transitioned to the team from the US. I made a clear plan on how I want to achieve this goal. My boss is a key stakeholder in this. I communicated with him on what is the plan that I have made to achieve this goal, and I also told him what is the help that I need from him. I explained him all the resources that I would need to make this happen. He understood my requirement clearly, and he also helped me with what I wanted. And with the help of the resources that he provided and by constantly improving the plan that I made, I could achieve the goal. The number of activities increased from 19 to 52. Now looking at this achievement, the confidence of US on the capabilities of the Indian team increased. And I had my new goal for the coming year that I have to increase the headcount of the team to 100 in 1 year's time. I made a similar plan and I worked on making plans to how to achieve these targets, and I involved all the stakeholders, and this time there were several stakeholders involved, and I collaborated with all of them, and as a combined effort of all of this, I could meet my goal, and the headcount increased to 150 in 1 year, and the activities also increased from 52 to 125. At the end of this year, I had a great sense of achievement because I did not just meet the goal, but I fairly exceeded expectations. When I read about the drought situations in India in the newspapers, I was really moved to know how people were impacted because of this drought. I set a goal to myself this time that I have to help these people. After thinking for quite some time, I came to a conclusion that the best way to help them is to pray for rain. God is a key stakeholder here. I prayed to him for rain. I asked him for rain, and the following day, it rained. But I did not achieve my goal.
In the last scenario, why do you think the protagonist failed to achieve his goal? When it was about his personal and professional goal, he was clear in what he wanted to achieve. He had a plan to achieve it, and he communicated with all stakeholders clearly on what he wanted. But goal for final scenario was to get water for irrigation and drinking. But he never communicated that to his stakeholder. In this scenario, the stakeholder for him was God. So whenever you set goals for yourself, be very specific and clear on what you want to achieve. Have a plan to achieve it. Clearly communicate expectations to all stakeholders. And most important, be passionate in whatever you are doing. Thank you.